What's good, kings and queens? I hope everyone's doing alright. This week's video is on a topic I covered way back in 2015. I am finally coming along to redoing it. The other month I did the slowest hands in boxing. Now it's time to do the fastest. With that being said, let's start the video. To start the list off is former WBA champion Akifumi Sugar Shimoda. Shimoda at his peak was one of the best super bantamweights in the weight class, peaking at number 2 in the rankings, and had some of the fastest hands of that era. Shimoda was certainly a pioneer in Japan with a modified Western style, inspired by the likes of Roy Jones Jr. and other greats. Shimoda was one of the first to crawl, so the new generation, years later, guys like Inoue could run. Shimoda was not the only slick fighter with hand speed. You had Hasegawa and Nishioka. However, Shimoda was the first of this modified Western style on the world stage from a southpaw stance. From super featherweight to lightweight, Valero was a nightmare. Blazing fast hands mixed with devastating power, resulting in 18 consecutive first-round knockouts.
That he'd rather just take his time and do what he converted right hand. Edwin Valero is made up, indeed, and the difference is landing some very good punches. That he's saying.
A record originally held in 1905, which took 101 years to beat. Valero being that guy. By the time guys like Pacquiao, Marquez, Barrera, and Morales had moved on, Valero finally had the chance to rise through the shadows and show off to the world his skills. Unfortunately, it was tragically cut short in 2010.
Combination better than you even think. Just from DeMarco's look good there. Big shots by Valero. DeMarco. Another still danger to get hit with the right hook, but he is landing big shots as close as you can be during that 1-minute break. Two-time
champion and unified champion Jorge Linares had crazy speed. Which fans sadly only seen sparingly on the big stage. However, in his early days, it was a sight to see. Jorge's style was awfully different back then. He resembled a young Oscar De La Hoya, where he was seen as the next De La Hoya while fighting in Japan. Even when Jorge was well past his peak against Devin Haney, as seen when throwing single shots, the older fighter was matching Haney in speed. Then for Haney to get comfortable and underestimate how fast Linares is when pop-shotting and letting his hands go, resulting for him to get wobbled at the end of the round. Olympic gold medalist and two-time champion Meldrick Taylor, pound for pound, had some of the fastest hands in boxing history. The combination of speed and his short arm reach, which in a situation where Taylor is letting his hands go, it looks incredibly fast. However, such an arm length and weight classes where the average is longer, Taylor is always fighting at a disadvantage where his offense was his defense.
Chavez still stands there. Run over by a truck. It's like watching a fireworks. The last fight. Better fight Chavez is trying to fight back. Right, and he's got Breland. Or they'll stop it. All over him. Still fighting. Don't stop. Oh, he does stop. And now it's stopped.
Joan Guzman is a generational talent.
Quicker hand on the puncher. Problem is dirty.
Just freakish speed, respectable power. He had the footwork and defense to match it, to where he was just running circles around guys.
He does not get deterred. He's going to hang in there and stick with what he's doing.
It was on the back. And there's that overhand right, which you expect it and watch out for it.
In Guzman's prime, he was unbeatable, too fast and well-skilled. However, inactivity and blowing up in weight resulted in the steep decline of what would have been a great career.
When he's backed against the ropes like this.
Guzman's doing the right thing.
Yuriorkis Gamboa, Olympic gold and two-time champion. Like Meldrick Taylor, Gamboa had blazing speed, but cursed with short reach. His defense depended on the pace of his offense.
Despite having been bested in the first round.
Oh, that guy hit me with an elbow.
From Gamboa. Gamboa comes out on the attack. Other than that, it's all Yuriorkis Gamboa doing what he's doing right now. Incredible hand speed, incredible work rate, landed too many shots. 5-1 Gamboa. Right hand got in from Gamboa.
Manny Pacquiao, 8th division champion, 4 division lineal champion, and the oldest reigning welterweight champion. Manny had great speed, however you didn't really see how fast Manny was till he moved up from super featherweight to lightweight. David Diaz, who fought Zab Judah in the amateurs, even beating the protege, stated that he was just too fast. It was a speed he'd never seen before.
He was too fast. It was too fast.
Did you have any idea coming in that he could be that way?
No. I seen him on tape and stuff like that, but I didn't. I was like, I could do it with that speed, you know? The power is what I wanted to worry about. But it wasn't so much about, it was just that he was so fast, man. Fast.
Amazingly fast.
Amazingly fast. I was like, I thought Freddie was in there hitting me too. So, you know.
And even when Manny had gotten up in age, that speed he had brought up from his peak at super featherweight was still a threat to the much younger fighters, mostly due to the combination of speed and the wide variety of angle that his opponents are not used to nor have preparation for. Floyd Mayweather, 5 division champion, 4 division lineal champion. Like with Manny, Floyd had speed, but you truly saw how fast he was when he moved up to welterweight and fighting junior middleweights.
At least by someone, so puncher normally can make a difference.
For Mayweather, Mayweather skipping away along center of the ring. Good quick
And
left
the
hook
Where's
inside.
De La Hoya here? This is toe-to-toe.
2 rounds to go.
The biggest speed mismatch to be seen on the championship level. Mayweather, one of the fastest, against WBC and lineal champion Carlos Baldomir, pound for pound, historically one of the slowest fighters in boxing at the championship level. 4 division champion, 2 division undisputed champion Naoya Inoue has a rare combination of speed and power. Like with most of these pound for pound stars, you don't really get to see how fast they are till they move up in weight. Inoue was a fast light flyweight, but I personally did not notice how fast he really was till the Narvaez fight. Narvaez, who went the distance with Donaire, easily handled his speed to not be hit with anything threatening and comfortably went the distance despite being shut out. Omar could not handle Inoue's speed at all to be blown away in 2 rounds, receiving, I would say, his first legitimate loss in his natural weight class. I don't know how that fight was made between Donaire and Narvaez. He was a WBO super flyweight champion and went up to fight Donaire, lost, and went straight back to defending the superfly title. Sugar Shane Mosley, 3 division champion. When he was at lightweight, he was the closest thing to Sugar Ray Robinson we were gonna get as fans. Blazing speed and power. He slowed down a little bit upon moving up, however he retained his power and really had guys from welterweight to junior middleweight.
Yeah, but Shane is just Shane. I would say Shane is going to him because he sees that he's too slow. Vargas hits the right hand. That's why Shane was going forward.
And the fight is stopped. The fight is done.
even in his later career against one of the fastest in the sport, Floyd Mayweather.
There's a hard right hand. Mosley, another big right hand. Mayweather's knees buckled on the second right hand.
Hector Camacho, 3-division champion. In his prime, he had devastating speed. Pre-Chavez, Camacho had some of the fastest hands pound for pound in the sport. Sugar Ray Leonard, 5-division champion, undisputed at welterweight, and lineal champion in 3 divisions. It was just perfect timing at the start of his career. Ali was just about to exit, and the 1976 Olympics was held in Montreal, Canada for everyone in the States to be able to tune in. Leonard absolutely took over the entire Olympic Games with his blazing speed, showmanship, and all. It was like watching Ali, but in the Olympics, and due to that, Leonard became a household name before he even made his pro debut. Leonard was able to carry his speed and pop all the way up from welterweight to super middleweight. In his prime, he was unbeatable, and guys did not know how to deal with the combination of power, fast feet, and lightning hand speed. Robinson when he was at his fastest. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see and have to go by newspaper articles because no such film reel exists. We just have to go by what's available.
The great tragedy is that none of his great fights in his prime were ever filmed. We will never see this guy at his absolute peak where he can knock you out with one punch with either hand. It's like not having the Sinatra recordings from the 50s. We can only imagine it from the old faded newspaper clips.
Roy Jones Jr., 4-division champion, former undisputed champion. When Roy came on the scene, he had the type of speed and flash that was completely new. The double, triple hooks, the way he went upstairs and down to the body with such speed, it was a sight to see. From junior middleweight all the way to heavyweight, Roy was able to carry both speed and power in the ring. Even in Roy's later years, he still had flashes of his younger self that would keep opponents at bay.
Well, I prefer to remember him from his great days, of course, but it's nice to see him put on an exhibition at the end.
Hanshaw finally backwards. Oh, nice. And now he lands the combination. And a little flash by Roy Jones Jr. There he is, a little dance. Oh, nice. That got him. Big left hook and the right hand. Front with the knees. Hanshaw's in trouble. And it is Roy the knockdown.
And on top of that, this is the fastest hands in boxing. For more installments, because there's a lot more to add in, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Subscribe to the Patreon for Patreon-backed projects and early access. This project being on the tale of Ricky Hatton versus Floyd Mayweather. I'm Alpha Sancho, and I'm out.